Hello, hello. Hello, guys. It is Saturday, and I am excited to be sharing with you some product and a little bit about one stroke painting and what one stroke's about. The exciting thing is if you've ever never known how to paint, but you would always love to learn how to paint, and you don't have to be able to draw a stick figure because we don't. You don't have to draw to be able to paint. So, how's that sound? We're blending, shading, and highlighting in each stroke that we make. You have to have the right product to make this work for you. And so what I wanted to share with you is we're going to use a double loader. We're using multi-surface paint. Multi-surface paint, the cool thing about it is it has, let me get a new bottle so you can kind of see what the new bottles look like. All right, so it's multi-surface. Hello, Miss Brenda and Veronica. So this is magenta. Multi-surface paint has a sealer in it. So I've been using it on glass, metal, ceramic. You know, it just goes really quick on a little Dollar Tree candle. It's on I go to Dollar Tree and get a lot of the wine glasses and do sets of wine glasses for people. Hello, Miss Della. Debbie and Diane, a lot of D's there. Hey, Sandra. So tell me where you guys are from. I'm trying to be on. So on Saturdays, as much as I can, I'm going to pop up and do live so that you guys see a little bit about what one stroke is. I'm rolling my chair over bubble wrap. Can y'all hear that? A little loud. Okay, so the deal is you have to use good product and the products that help you be able to blend, shade, and highlight well, and the tools to make it easy for you. So that's what I wanted to share a little bit with you today. You can go to onestroke.com for any of your one stroke needs. Hello, Sandra from Tennessee. Hi. And look, I got a few from Ohio and Nova Scotia and another from Tennessee. Oh, Liz, you are painting one stroke now. I'm so excited to see you again. We go to Miss Carver's barn in Tennessee every year. So we're real excited. We've been sold out for a while. And we are booked for 26. So if you go to my calendar on onestroke.com, you can see everything that I'm doing for the years to come even. So if you want to come and meet and try it and see what you can make happen, that's an easy way for you to do it. I love going out and meeting everybody. All right, so look, this is a stencil, and I want a lot of my stencils are made just to use, so you don't have to draw something or trace something. I made stencils so that you can just stencil on. I meant to grab the stencil, but you guys can see what we're doing is we're blending, shading, and highlighting our strokes. I am putting on a background because backgrounds make it really nice. Like, see, the stencils are like this. I just put it on really quick, so then I just paint the bird without even thinking, okay? So in this stencil, it has hydrangeas, and so you can do a tone-on-tone background with the all over being just hydrangeas. You can put the hydrangeas there and hand paint them. So it shows you where to go and where the leaves are. Then this is wisteria. So you can paint wisteria, pounce of scruffy. It shows you exactly where to put the leaves. Or you can, and this, there's a large fern and a small fern, all four of those. So this is called floral background. So you need this background. So then you can just come in and paint whatever you want on top of it. Okay. So I'm going to start out with this. It's kind of fall to me. Used a little bit of brown, and I had the coffee latte. The coffee latte for these. This is just a sponge background with a coffee latte and a little bit of white. And then I stenciled this on. So I want it to be faded in the background. Michigan and PA. Look at you guys. All right. So you dampen your brush first. You lay it on the paper towel to get off the excess water. And then we're going to split this brush in a double loader, and we're going to come over here and work it in. So you push, push, push. This is the thing that most people are not doing. They're not working it in enough. All right. So this helps you to be able to blend, shade, and highlight by actually not making it muddy, because see, I'm controlling you and you can't go much further, and I should stay inside of there, but I was being sloppy. All right, so let me show you that I'm going to come around, and you're going to learn this one stroke right here. There's no pun on one stroke, but that is. This stroke right here will help you go all the way around, okay, with a little bit of a wiggle. See, I dip the white, bring it back over here. So you just want to have a lighter color with the darker. See how dark that's called Pueblo. And this is a more like fall colors, but I have one of my students that does this. She's got all natural colors in her house, and she does this color on everything we do. So I even put it in her paint bin when before she walks in, because I know. All right, so I do have the floating medium in the middle, but the floating medium you don't need when you have enough paint on there, okay? But sometimes if you're on a real dry surface like paper or something, you might. All right, so then I'm going to come right here, and there's 2 lines, all right? And I can put a bud in here. So I'm going to make it kind of a little ruffled instead of just smooth. See how I just went and got more paint? Okay, now look, I'm going to come right in here, and see, you see the depth inside. All right, so this is called one-stroke painting for all those who maybe have not seen it before. And I'm teaching you how to layer wet on wet. Do you see that? Wet on wet. We're looking for new teachers, people who, the best teachers are those who are brand new and never painted before, because they are learning it clear with nothing already in their head. So I can teach you way better because you don't have other thoughts of how to paint. I got this morning. I love this background. Isn't that kind of fun? So the thing is when you do some of the backgrounds I show you and some of the stencil backgrounds, what happens is your work looks different than anybody else's that's out there maybe selling their things. I want to show you just a couple. Like I have the Eiffel Tower, which is the Paris. I covered this one too much, but all the stamp and the words and dragonflies and stuff, and the full Eiffel Tower is behind that, and I just pop my flowers on. All right, and so then here's another one I teach you on my channel to how to just do this. We just use like a mop brush, and we wet that down, or you can spray it with a water spray spray bottle. And these stencils are my butterfly stencils. Now, what people tell me with butterflies is the key thing is this has to match that side on the butterfly. And so all the points, they go, Donna, I can do your butterflies, but it's the points. I can't draw freehand and make it happen. So I have I have 2 different sets, stencils of butterflies. So I just want you to see that makes that painting different than other paintings that might be out there where they did butterflies, right? So we're going to come here and see it's wet on wet. So I'm leaning the white out and I'm scooping across. Now look, so far, all of those petals except the bud are the same stroke. All right. So then you're going to come right here. You're going to lean this out and slide across. All right. Now watch what happens here. I can lean it, push it down, and stand up. See, that looks like, I don't like that little spot there. All right, so look, we're going to start here, lay it down, stand up, lay it down, and slide. And look, it looks like I really knew what I was doing. So blending, shading, highlighting as you go. All right, so let's come up here and let's do, look, I picked up paint here. I come here, I work it in. This is splitting the brush. This is not splitting the brush. It's the whole cubby there. All right, so I want this white to show a little bit more. All right, so watch this. I'm coming 1, 2, 3, and I'm just making a bud. All right. Now I want this color in a triangle. All right. So I'm going to come right over here and I'm not focusing on the background. I don't even look at the background when I'm doing this because I'm trying to just get that color on there. So now look at that one. Thanks for the hearts. Hey, thumbs up so we tell YouTube that you like me being on, okay? And then they'll share it more. So see how I layered that? I made a U, a bigger U, a bigger U. All right. And see how nice and clean those layers are? Thank you, Amy. Those right here are muddy. All right. So the key is it's fine. It probably you didn't even bother you. But I just want you to see I can come right back over. I don't wipe it off. I just come back and add more paint. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit bigger bud. All right, than this one. So see my triangle of design. All right, so we don't do anything too techy, really quick and easy strokes. Anybody can do them, but I want you to see that the difference is, if I'm coming in here and I'm going to grab, I just wipe that off. I didn't wash it. Stay away from water, okay? And then I'm going to go into the medium barely and work that in from Holland. Hello, hello. So I welcome you. Thank you. One of my favorite places to travel and eat is in Holland. I got to go every year for about 5 years. It was so awesome with the paint company. And I made many friends in Holland. But it's been a while. Okay, so now I'm just chiseling. Now this is, I want you to see, this is a set of my 10 most used brushes. And these are called a value pack because for 10 brushes, you've got my scruffy, my liners, and I have 1, 2, 3, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flat brushes from 2 all the way up. So that's what I want you to see. You got to have good brushes, not craft brushes, to be able to paint what we're painting. All right, so I'm using natural earthy colors. Okay, and then I'm going to do some leaves kind of muted too. Now what I want to see here is I want you to see that I'm going to wipe this off again and I'm going to split the wire coral, split it and then work it in. And I'm using the same brush so far. All right. So I'm going to, let me do this. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to come in here and do a hydrangea. Okay. And I'll do another one here. Let's put mostly the coral here. Okay. And we can have a triangle. Let's see, right here. We'll just put a little baby one. Okay, most people are nervous about painting over a flower, but we are going to go right in here and use a 12 or a 10. And so this is just a little tone different, okay? So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to slip slap the white, okay? Touch the white. This is wicker, all multi-surface paint. It's acrylic, guys. If you've never watched me before, we're blending, shading, and highlighting each stroke by putting 2 or more double or multi-layer loading paint. See that smile? See, there's a smile. All right, now I can come in here. Let me get a little bit of this. All right, this is, let me go. I'm going to change this up a little bit. Let's put Pueblo and make that the smile. See that right there? And I'm just slipping and slapping the corner. All right, so here, this is flat. This corner, I'm going back and forth, back and forth. All right, so let's put that in here. So we want it dark because it's underneath, under here is underneath. Okay, and I'm going to flip this over a little bit and show you the difference. Okay, I can even put some little bit, let me see what color this brown is. I don't know what color that brown is. Let's see. It is bark brown. Okay. And that's what I used in those branches. So this is what, if you're on my channel, if you subscribe to my channel, what you're going to get is a relax and paint where like I do this whole painting from the stencil on, and once a week, which is free. And then by just being a subscriber, which is free. All right. You get to watch a relax and paint every single week that's new, plus all the hundreds of them that if you want to binge, you can go see more paintings. And you look at my thumbnail and say, I want to paint that. All right. Then every Friday, I put on a new practice stroke. So you're learning how to do. I like the 5-petal blossoms on my hydrangeas. I know, but this is for people who are just starting. And if they're beginners, they can just do this. And then there's a little step you can do if you like those petals. So see, you could just tap it on and get the look that you might want. But I'm going to come up here and bring that white up in there a little bit. All right, so if I get a better brush, which would be like a smaller brush to work in here. All right, oops. All right, so I can just come in here and pick up white, and I can come right here. Let me show you. I can push. I don't like to do the whole entire petal. I mean, every petal on this whole flower. I like to just kind of do a mix. All right, so I'm going to come in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I can layer another one here. So just getting a little bit of this gives you the illusion. It's kind of, they're out of focus, the other ones. You can get the 5-petal illusion. I like to go around the edge. All right. So those are, you can use a scruffy brush, which pounces, and you can make a hydrangea that way. You can make it with the corner of the brush like I just showed you. And it's all about the colors you use and how you control the brush. Okay. Well, thank you. Now, what I want to show you now, because this is just a fun little project. I've got my brushes. These are less than $20. And if you become a member of the One Stroke Advantage on my YouTube channel, you can start membership at like $9.98 or $9.95. And then everything you ever buy, product-wise, you have 20% off. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I was reading some of your messages. I appreciate that. Beautiful Central Coast. All right. So those, you get 20% if you want to try the brushes. The double loader, the cool thing about the double loader is it helps you not waste paint, because see how much I squoze out? I'm going to use that later or in a couple of days. So I made a lid that pops on. See these notches that pops on? And this is one of my tools. My basin's one of my tools, and my palette. Okay. This is called a double loader. All right. So that's what most people have problems with One Stroke, is getting it where it's not muddy. And this helps control you. And my #1 selling product ever is the double loader. So you dampen this and you lay it inside, and you pop the top on it. All right. And then it holds your paint. Okay. I usually use a foam plate. So this is better, right? At Food Lion. Hey, Miss Pat, you're always off and about somewhere, aren't you? All right, so now let me show you. I'm going to put a couple of larger leaves. Now I'm using just the brushes that are inside that set. I also have a great beginner, many different beginner kits that are all kinds of price ranges that have the brushes in every one of them. Most of them you can get with paint in them. There's all kinds of ways that you can start painting one stroke with me for very inexpensive. And then try joining for a month and become a member of my One Stroke Advantage, because even a month will show you how much you're getting out of your lessons. Okay. So you just subscribe on my channel. That's free. Ring the bell when you subscribe, and then it will tell you when I popped up a live like this. All right. So then go check out a button that says join. And when you click join, it'll give you options that you can join. All right. So just by clicking it, sometimes I used to go, if I click that, does that mean I've joined? That's not what that means. Okay. So I don't like this one. So I'm going to go back over it. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of white in there. So when I come right here, I'm going to roll this over and then stand up. And look at this. If you don't like it, because this background has is dry and it's got a sealer in it, you can come and take some of that off to make your stroke even more perfect. Okay. So see how I used a medium green? All right. So I can barely fit another leaf right here. I should have moved it up just a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can do magic here. All right, see how muted that is? It kind of goes with the look of everything else I did. All right, so, and hydrangeas have bigger leaves, so I can come out here. Let's flip the brush and let's put the classic green color on the outside, and this is an apple green on the inside. Okay. Now you can, some colors every once in a while I use, they're matte, which means they're pretty flat looking, but I love some of the greens. So I started carrying some of those on my site. All right, so do you see if you don't like something, you just restroke it, pull a stem. Now, do you like the dark green? Hello, Sandra. Did you just join, girl? Thank you. And rose level is the 990 something. Okay. And then right now she can go and purchase something for 20% off. All right. Or many things. And there's no minimum that you have to spend to use the 20%. And you can use it all month. Okay. So if you join now, it'll be a month from now that you can rejoin if you just want to try it. So I say, try it, you'll like it. All right, so this is a large brush. So this is the 3/4. So what I want to show you is I like big leaves first. Then I like these that are medium. I'm putting these like medium leaves in here. I usually don't use a 3/4 for the one stroke leaf, but I am just doing a really quick project for you. All right, so now it needs something more. It needs some small leaves. So I'm going to put this down, and I am going to get, this is an 8 or a 6. This is an 8. So lots of times I come in with a 6 now. Now, one little trick I want to show you that's really fun about this. When you were trying to paint that leaf, this right here shows you where to put the leaf and where to stroke it. Like, see these three little triangles? So you can use that as a pattern, or you can come in here and paint this straight line in here, and this shows you where every leaf should head. Because most people, when they're new, say, I don't know where to put the next leaf. So how's that sound? All right, now I just want you to see there's a couple of things. I can come in with just this apple green, the soft green, and I can come right in here and do 1, 2, 3, and pull a stem. All right, that's really fainted, so it will be like it's a really soft, out of focus look by putting the light color in. All right, let's come over here. And if you just don't want to do 3, I can come here and do a 4th one. All right, now, so that's kind of faded. I like painting material. Does your paint withstand washing? Absolutely. The only thing I tell you to do with, there you go. The only thing I tell you to do is try a textile medium with it. So that helps it stay soft. But when you get paint on your clothes, acrylic paint on your clothes, it doesn't come out unless you wash it really quick. So, but what textile medium does is it makes it stay really pliable and soft, and not crack. Sometimes if you put really thick paint on it, like I would paint just like this. There's some things when I'm painting, I just want you to see when I'm doing, since you asked, when I'm doing these right here, I would go tap, 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 like that to go across the fabric, because you can't just easily scrub it. But when I'm doing hydrangeas or roses, I block it in with a color, and then you can stroke really easy on top of the fabric. And the only one, the stroke that's takes a little bit more finessing is I just do the outside edge really careful and keep using the medium to make it move into the fabric. And then it's just like you stroke the inside perfect. Okay. You're from Oxford, England. I love being on the shopping channel there. I did that for so many years. I made so many friends there, and lifelong friends that would fly here every year for Christmas, and we'd have Christmas Eve together. Everyone have a great Labor Day. Yes. All right. So now let me show you. I'm gonna show you 2 more things. But so what I want you to see, that's kind of faded. So you can just use straight. Look at this straight classic green. And what you would do with this is you're going to make some buds that come up there, so you don't have to worry, little leaves, so you don't have to worry about it being perfect. All right. And see, one thing that I think you saw me do right there is I don't have any problem putting a stroke over a flower. Like I took this leaf over it a little bit, and many people get nervous about doing that. It's not going to hurt your painting. And if you're worried about trying a stroke, let the roses or hydrangeas dry and then decide, I'm going to add my leaves. And if you do a leaf you don't like right now, if this was all dry and I added this leaf, I don't like it, I'd take a wet rag and wash the whole thing off. And it will only take off the wet leaf that you just added. So see, so I have large, medium, and small leaves. All right. I have some faded leaves, like in the background where I stencil. I had even more faded colors. And now I have this little bit darker straight off out of the bottle. Okay. There we go. Now, one last thing I want to share with you is you can put butterflies, you can add things to this. Now, what I did do is I did my triangle here of design. Triangle design doesn't mean this could be 3 different colors. All right. But then my rose, this rose, I did 1, 2, 3. So you can watch a playback of this and get all the colors I used and the brush sizes I used. But look, you should take and push that stem right into it. And I like to do it, stroke it, pull a stem, stroke it, pull a stem, because while it's wet, it splits into the paint and it looks like it's a stem that's inside of it. not just laid on top of it. All right. So see how that background, while I have this paint, I always like to have note cards that are just blank. And I use a little bit of this paint to paint a few note cards, and I'm done for the day. All right. So let me show you what happens here. This, I used a double loader. I used a multi-surface paint. And then I want you to see that this is a great beginner's kit. And if you use your 20% off by joining for the month, you get this for immediately instead of like 68 something. You will get 20% off that, and it makes it very affordable for you. So you get a wooden box that it stores in, and you will get 5 high quality brushes. We don't even let my teachers or anybody buy these. We can't let them because it comes all boxed up from the manufacturer. But these are 5 high quality brushes that are only available in this kit. So there's my natural hair scruffy, my 2 script liner. Here's an angle brush that we use, a flat 12 and a flat 3/4. And you're going to be able to paint all of these because there's 3 things I want to share with you. And I'm going to be on later tonight probably. Or late this afternoon, but I want you to see it's A to Z of one-stroke painting for beginners. There's 50 lessons. So these are UV coated. They have the paints, the brushes, everything but the surface. And you can use art paper, you can use cardstock, you can do greeting cards, but you have 50 flowers to learn here. So this is what happens. Watch this. There's like 4 different kinds of roses. The most popular flowers, and you will look up your flower you want, and these are my actual size strokes at home with you. So I'm telling you to go get the 3/4 flat brush and try loading it and see if it loads well. Then you're trying the strokes 1, 2, 3. And then after you practice it, you wipe it off with a wet wipe or with wet paper towel. Then you paint this. So you can put tracing paper or whatever over this and stroke right on top of that. Or you can have a surface like I put this right under a glass plate, and I was doing glass plates last night. But anyway, you just put that there. All right, so there's 50 different ones. All right, all kinds. But guess what? The best part is? The best part is you get 50 free lessons. The 50 free lessons, I do like tutorials. They're 15 to 20 minutes each, and we paint that lily together. We paint the poppy together, the sunflower, and then guess how you paint it? You get all full-size bottles. So you get the brushes, the box of 50 lessons, 50 reusable teaching guides. You get the floating medium, that clear liquid I use, and you get 10 full bottles, which are enough to practice and learn, for you to practice and stroke out every single reusable teaching guide. This is my all-time, even from shopping channels, this is my all-time bestseller ever. And it's A to Z. It came out a year ago. Or maybe a year and a half ago. But I'm telling you, everything you need, you can be in 1 hour painting these rosebuds and these little leaves, and 1 hour practicing or less. And there's dogwood, and those are wild roses, but there's irises, tulips, pansies, hollyhock, so many different flowers. All right. Thank you. You watched me for years. I appreciate that. I was just wondering if Rosie, if you ever saw me when I was on the shopping channel there. Mystery class tonight is Christmas. Christmas. I'm excited. It's a mystery, but I'm bad. We're gonna do a big cardinal on a porch leaner and this. I just had to tease you just a little bit where if you were painting with me tonight, and you can still get it if you didn't get in yet, you could still for $45 get the 3-hour lesson with so many things. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like me. I appreciate you guys. I hope that I touched your spirits and made you feel like you should be able to try it and you can do it, because I'm here for you. I'm telling you, Teresa's crying. That was quick, Teresa. It's just a little tease. I'm bad, aren't I? All right. Thank you for being on with me on lunch here. And I'm going to go eat my lunch and I'm going to surprise y'all and come back later. So please go check my website, onestroke.com. All right. So hey, another way you can get discounts on here is even with the 20% that you get by joining One Stroke Advantage, you can go check out where we bundled things. We bundled the tool set. We bundled the two the two product that we use the most, the white 8-ounce and the 8-ounce floating medium, that clear liquid I use. We bundled tools. We bundled brushes, most used brushes. So not only do you get them at a good price, but you get an extra discount. Then you take your 20% code and you put that in. You get a new code every month that you remember on One Stroke Advantage. So go check it out. All right. I challenge you, try it for 1 month for $9.95 or $9.99. I never know what it is. Try it for 1 month and you're going to get 4 lessons and 20% off. And that's what you're paying for. So 4 lessons, that means you're paying $2.50 for full length lessons from me. Okay. So try it. There's hundreds and hundreds of lessons on there. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And I'm going to dry it with my heat pen and we're ready to go. See you later. Bye-bye.